Welcome to Marketing Trends Now, the podcast that breaks down what's actually working in marketing today without the hype, the hacks, or the headache. I'm Katie Brinkley, and after 20 years in digital marketing, I've learned what trends stick and which ones waste your time. Every week, I'm here to give you the real talk on what's changing, what's working, and how to make smart strategic moves that actually grow your business. We're talking social media shifts, podcasting power plays, and content that converts, and how to build a brand that cuts through the noise. So if you're tired of chasing every new update and just want clear, actionable insights that work, you're in the right place. Let's dive into what's now in marketing. Hi there, and welcome to Marketing Trends Now, the podcast that helps you skip all the hype and get straight to what's actually working in marketing today. I'm Katie Brinkley, and I'm so glad that you're here. Now, before we jump into all the juicy marketing trends and strategies in the weeks ahead, I wanted to kick things off with an episode that's a little different. One that's about laying the groundwork, sharing my story, and why I started this show. And of course, what you can expect every week when you hit play. Because here's the thing, in the digital marketing world, it is so easy to get lost in the sea of buzzwords, gurus, and overnight success stories. And honestly, that has never been my style. I've been in digital marketing for over 20 years now, long enough to remember when LinkedIn was basically just a place to upload your resume, when Facebook was only for college kids, and when Instagram posts actually showed up in people's feeds without the algorithm deciding who sees what. I've watched platforms rise and fall. Remember Clubhouse? And I've seen strategies that promised the world and delivered, well, not much. I got my start in marketing in the radio industry, actually, back when traditional media was king and social media was barely a blip on the radar. I was fascinated with how stories could shape brands, how the right message could connect with the right people, and how marketing, when it was done right, could make a real difference for a business. But what really lit a fire under me was when I started working with small businesses, people who poured their heart and soul into what they did, but didn't have a clue on how to actually stand out online. I'd sit down with them, listen to their goals, and then step by step help them cut through the noise, figure out where their audience actually hangs out, and craft marketing that worked for them. And let me tell you, nothing beats that moment when someone says, "Oh, wow, this is actually working. People are finding me. I'm making sales. I'm growing." And that's why I started this podcast, Marketing Trends Now. I wanted to create a space where business owners and marketers just like you could come every week and get real insights on what is happening in the world of marketing. Not the fluff, not the hype, just the trends that actually matter. Explained in a way that's easy to understand and even easier to implement. All right, so let's talk about what you can expect here. Every single week, in 10 minutes or less, I'm going to break down one marketing trend or strategy that's making waves right now. I'll explain what it is, why it matters, and how you can apply it to your business. No guests, no endless interviews, no clickbait headlines, just me sharing what I've learned from years in the trenches. And trust me, I have learned a lot. Like the time I launched a brand new social media strategy and the website got hacked. Yep, been there, done that. Or the time I saw a platform shift overnight and had to pivot fast to keep my clients ahead of the game. Those moments taught me that marketing isn't about being perfect. It's about paying attention, testing, and being willing to adapt. That's the spirit I'm bringing to this podcast. I want you to think of Marketing Trends Now as your weekly check-in with someone who's been in the game, who's tested the strategies, and who's here to save you time by sharing what's working without sugarcoating what's not. So we're going to talk about things like new platform features that could actually impact your reach, changes in consumer behavior that might affect how you connect with your audience, algorithm updates, yep, those pesky little changes that can make or break your visibility, and simple actionable tips to keep your marketing smart and strategic. Here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to chase every shiny object that pops up on social media. We're not going to pretend that one strategy works for everyone. And we're definitely not going to waste your time with marketing talk that makes you want to pull your hair out. I want you to walk away from every single episode feeling like you just had coffee with a friend who knows marketing, someone who's going to tell you straight up what's worth your time and what you can skip. Because let's be honest, marketing is supposed to grow your business, not just your follower count. So whether you're a business owner looking to get ahead, a marketer trying to stay on top of trends, or someone who's just tired of all the noise, this podcast is for you. All right, let's wrap this up. So here's what I'd love for you to do. Hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. If you like what you hear, share it with a friend. Leave a quick review. Reviews mean so much to me. And you know what? Send me a DM. I'd love to connect with you, and I'd love to hear from listeners and know what's working for you. Thank you so much for joining me on the very first episode of Marketing Trends Now. Next week, we're going to dive into our first official trend, one that's already changing the way smart marketers are showing up online. Till then, keep your marketing smart, strategic, and on trend.